One of the things we do here to try and make ourselves more efficient is we pre-pack everything in the morning before we actually start picking. So you can see the girls here are putting all the products into the baskets. With long johns we put 4 in a basket here in Chicago, and they're going ahead and getting this already pre-packed and ready to stage onto the line where we actually do our picking from. We have a rack full of product here, and to the right we have all the empty pans or dirty pans that we generated from pre-packing all this product. It allows us to get these pans into the wash area and get them washed sooner and back out on the floor to be used again should we need them for later today or even early tomorrow morning. And it helps really get the picking process moving faster once we've got all this already pre-packed. So that's one of the things we do here to make ourselves more efficient. Another thing we do with the pre-packaging is, if you notice here, these trays are nested, yet they still have products in them. We've found that the trays with wire baskets that have product in them that do not exceed the height of the wire baskets, you can nest these trays. And what that does is that allows you to basically get more trays in a stack, which ultimately takes up less room, which means you just don't have to dedicate quite as much space to your packaging area. So some products it works for, some products it don't. We have a number of products that are kind of borderline, so we just don't do it. But for instance, even our apple fritters here, you can see that we have trays are all nested, and I believe with these nested trays we can get 25 trays high, as opposed to the stacked trays, which you only get 15 trays high. So every item that we can pre-pack and nest, we do. And no problem with the strength, the support of the bottom trays. They seem to hold up just fine. We've been doing this for a while and no problem. So it just makes us a little bit more efficient with our space by being able to compact these trays down and nest them. During the pre-packaging process, of course, we do all our wrapping and labeling of the product before we ever start. We got this handy little machine that we use that distributes the labels and allows the girls to move at a faster rate. One machine produces enough labels to supply, I think it's 50 pieces per minute is what we're doing right now. I'm going to walk over here so you can kind of get an idea how the machine works. It basically spits out the label, hits a little micro switch, and gives the girl opportunity to grab the label and put it on the package as it comes. And the way our system is set up here, we go right through the metal detector after the wrap. Everything that gets done is metal detected. And right now they are running the machine at 48 pieces per minute. So basically 3 people can wrap at a rate of 50 pieces a minute without issue. Okay, we're at the picking stage now, and we've been picking here for about a half hour, and the system's running pretty good right now. So we're going to walk through what we do here at TM West. Basically, we have all our product already pre-packed and lined up here in the middle of our picking area. This is one side. We have a second side as well that I'll walk you through. And our pickers just walk down the aisle. Everything is in order. So they grab what they need and continue making this circle all the way back to our staging area here, which we'll get to in a second. When a picker comes through, the first thing that they do is they come over to our table where the orders are, and they go ahead and they grab their orders, and they put down on this piece of paper some information that we find to be valuable, which is basically the route, the stop, and then the pieces that they're packing. They also put their signature on that order so that we know that that's the order that they picked and packed. By having them record this information, it gives us the ability to track just how many pieces per minute they're doing. So once they've got their paper and they're off and on their way to pick, what they have is they have on the right a choice of grabbing an empty tray to start, or on the left they can grab a tray that's either full or has been picked through. So in this case, if they needed 15 glazed rings, they would just go ahead and take this whole tray. If they only needed 5 glazed rings, they would grab one basket and replace it with an empty basket from a tray that they already had. So in this case, here's a perfect example. She went ahead and grabbed a tray off the pre-packed tray stack and threw it in there because it had the amount of donuts that she needed. So as she comes through, she's going to go ahead and continue picking these products and make her way down to the end here, and then once she gets to the end, she makes a right turn. The right turn takes her back down towards our staging area, and when you get to our staging area, this is where she's going to drop off the order that she just packed. In our staging area, you can see we have a number of orders already lined up here, and on the floor we have numbers. These numbers are just simply to indicate where the order is to be left. So 9 and 19 just means that they're going to leave stop 9 or 19 here, just like they would leave 8 or 18 there. And once these orders are put in place, it gives our loader the opportunity to grab the order quickly because they're already in numeric order. He doesn't have to search around and figure out where orders are. Once these orders are on the conveyor and heading down to our wrapper, you can see that we have a second person verifying the count to make sure that the orders are correct. But once the orders are on the conveyor and heading down to our wrapper, you'll see that the person that's verifying the count is also writing a number on this paper, which is the amount of trays that this order consists of. Once the order has been pushed down to our labeler here, what she does is she goes ahead and grabs the order, she scans it, and then she scans the amount of labels, which will produce 6 labels. She takes the 6 labels and she marks on the top label that there's 6 trays, and she sends everything through the system. Our wrapper wraps, sends it down the line here, and then once it comes out, we have another group of people here writing down and verifying the amount of trays that we pack by route and stop. So here is the 6 labels that she got. The first label that she puts on, or actually the last label that she puts on, is going to be the label that tells anybody how many trays is there. So you can see on this order here, she's got a number 6. That 6 would tell a CDC driver when he goes to take this order that there are 6 trays. This order consists of 6 trays. So once they're stacked, they get pushed down, and for us, it all gets sent on our own truck to the CDC. You can see we've got a number of trailers lined up. Our drivers go ahead and take them and load them in our truck, and then we head to the CDC, which is about 20 minutes away. So that's basically the way we do it, and it works pretty good for us.